Good morning everyone. Welcome to KV Maths. I am Amaresh from Gadwaka High School. So let's see what are irrational numbers today. Irrational numbers. The numbers that are not rational are considered as irrational numbers. An irrational number can be written as a decimal but not as a fraction. We have already discussed this yesterday, but this is very important, so I am telling it again. Irrational numbers cannot be written as a fraction. So examples of irrational numbers: non-terminating and non-repeating decimals go on and on and on, but they don't repeat. For example, pi. Pi is an irrational number because its value goes on but does not ends, and there is no such pattern between them. So non-perfect squares also. For example, take root 2. Root 2 equals 1.4142135, so on. We cannot be written these as in the form of rational numbers or in the form of what? In the form of fractions. So irrational numbers are crazy. For example, take pi. Pi can be written as 22 by 7, but it's not an approximate value of pi. It's just the approximate. So pi equals to 3.1415, so on. It goes on continuously. There is no such pattern between them, and Euler number also and golden ratio. These three are irrational numbers. There is no such pattern between them, and it goes on. So both rational and irrational numbers shown up on number line. This is why all real numbers include rational and irrational numbers. So we know that the rational number set and irrational number set, when the both sets combine, they form a big real number set. So suppose C 1.5 can be written in the ratio 3 by 2, but pi equals to 3.14159, so on. It goes on continuous. There is no ratio between them. So these are known as irrational numbers. Non-real numbers. A non-real number is a number that does not exist on a number line. In the past slide, we have learned that both rational numbers and real numbers shown up on number line. This is why all real numbers include rational and irrational numbers. But some numbers cannot be shown on number line also. Those numbers are known as non-real numbers. They do not shown up on the number line. Imaginary numbers. If there is a negative inside the radical, then it is a non-real number. Here radical means inside the root. Then it is a non-real number. So root minus 25, it can be written as 5i. So how you will write this means root minus 25, no? So write it as minus 1 into 25. So root minus 1 into root 25 will come, no? So root minus 1 is taken as I and root 25 is 5. So it is 5i. Simple. This is not there in 10th class. Radicals can't have a negative number. Only root x means radicals can't have a negative number. It means like in roots we should always take only positive numbers. In some cases only we will take as negative numbers. Infinity. Infinity is the idea of something that has no end. I know many of them knows what is infinity. These are okay. The negative is outside the radical. You can observe that the minus is there outside the root. So these are real numbers only. So real numbers are rational numbers and irrational numbers. When both combine gives you real numbers. What are non-real numbers? Non-real numbers are imaginary numbers and infinity numbers are real numbers. Sorry, non-real numbers. So now let's talk about what is irrational number. The numbers which cannot be written in the form of p by q are known as irrational numbers. This is very important. And see theorem 1.6. Theorem 1.6. Oh. Theorem 1.6 states that let p be a prime number if p divides a square then p divides a. Simple. This is very important. This is very important definition, and the definition of real numbers, the definition of non-real numbers, and the theorems, these are very important in 10th class. So read these two, and now let's do example 7. If you have any doubts, ask me in the live chat or in the comments or join in the WhatsApp group. I will give the link in the description. And if you want to ask me doubt personally, you can ask me from the WhatsApp group. There my number will be. So once see example 7. Show that root 2 is irrational number. Is irrational. This is what given. So let's assume root 2 is rational. Sorry, I have forgotten to tell you. There are many ways to show that a irrational number as an irrational number. In that, one of the method is contradiction method. Contradiction method. So let's assume root 2 is rational number. What is rational number? The number in the form of p by q, where p comma q belongs to integers and q not equals to 0. So write root 2 equals to, for some integers, r by s, where r comma s belongs to real numbers and s not equals to 0. Simply. So then if r and s have a common factor, other than 1, then we divide with that common factor. So what does real number says? Where p by q have a common factor other than 1. So let's take that common factor as yes. Sorry, not as. Let's take another, because we have already taken yes, no? So let the common factor be some number like x. So we get root 2 equals to r into x by s into x. So dividing r into x, we get another number, and let's take that number as a. and this number as b. So we get root 2 equals to a by b. So doing cross multiplication we get b root 2 equals to a. This question will be only understood to the students who saw the past classes also. So I'll give the past classes playlist link in the description. So watch them also. You will get understood everything. So now do squaring on both sides. Yes, SOBS means squaring on both sides. In exam you have to write full, but why I am writing SOBS means it takes much time to write everything. So you get b root 2 whole square equals to a square. So b square into root 2 whole square will give you 2. So 2b square equals to a square. So from theorem 1.1, sorry, not 1.1, from theorem 1.6. What theorem 1.6 states? It states that let p and b a prime number. If p divides a square, then p divides a. Simple. So if 2b square divides a square, then 2 also divides a. It means like 2 divides a square, then 2 divides a. So if 2 divides a square, then 2 divides a. This is what theorem 1.6 states. Then here a is bigger than 2. We know that already. So 2 into something number should be here so that it can be divided a as perfectly. So let's take that number as c. So 2c equals to a. 2c equals to a. So substituting for a, what we have to substitute? C here. This is what we have to substitute now. C. A equals to b root 2. This is what we need to substitute. So 2c equals to b equals to, sorry, a equals to b root 2 given now. So square on both sides. Square on both sides gives you 4c square equals to 2b square. This is what. So 2s are 1s are. So gives you 2c square equals to b square. So this is what we got. Again see theorem 1.6. Again theorem 1.6. Then it states that if 2 divides b square, 2 also divides b. But we have already learned that therefore what we have learned, both a and b have common factor 2. We learned that here we have learned that both a and b have common factor 2. So but this contradicts. For what? Sorry, for what means root 2 is a rational number. Contradicts means తప్పు అని చెప్పడానికి contradict అంటారు. But this contradicts that our assumption what we have assumed See on the top, you can observe what we have assumed. Let's assume root 2 is a rational number we have written now. So our assumption is root 2 is a rational number. But this contradicts that our assumption. Root 2 is a rational number. So it contradicts అంటే rational number కాదు అని చెప్పింది. So it is a irrational number. Sorry. That our assumption root 2 is a rational number. Simple. So if it contradicts root 2 as a rational number, then root 2 is a irrational number. That's all for now. Watch the video again to understand better and better, and watch the past videos if you haven't watched that, and join in our WhatsApp group to get the schedule of the everyday classes. And thank you for watching. If you have any doubts, ask me in the live chat or comments, or if you want to ask me personally, join the WhatsApp group. Thank you.